I will say this. I never knew it was going to be like this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't know it was going to be like this. I want to give a huge shout out to Ethan Klein, Dan Stalkman, all my haters. I want to give a huge shout out to the Apartheid Defense League and a big shout out to Twitch as well.
Hasan Piker decided to defend Don Lemon when it comes to this nasty situation with him running into a church. I've covered that for quite a few episodes. Check those videos out if you haven't. If I can remember, I will link them probably in a pinned comment or something. But let's get into what Hasan has to say about Don Lemon running into a Christian church and scaring children and making them run away.
They have upped the ante now, and they're going after Don Lemon in what I consider to be one of the most egregious, outright, censorious violations of the First Amendment in the United States. Okay, this is stuff that we have not seen since World War I. This is stuff that they would sometimes engage in, never this flagrantly, never this openly. Stuff that they would engage with, like for undocumented citizens or migrant reporters that were reporting on ICE activities in the past, but never this openly, in direct violation of the Constitution. I need you to understand, this is directly a violation of the American Constitution.
Into Minneapolis a little bit ago and did some reconnaissance on the ground, speaking to an organization there that's gearing up for resistance and protest. I've been pleasantly surprised to see the community coming together. Diverse community. If you see this, when we first pulled up, we're like, wait a minute, which operation are we at? And as it turns out, because we're like, well, this is kind of MAGA coded, right? Saw the American flag or whatever, but these are resistance protesters. They're planning an operation that we're going to follow them on. I can't tell you exactly what they're doing, but it's called Operation Pull Up. And it's Sakima Armstrong, and she has been doing this since George Floyd, Dante Wright, and others, where they surprise people, catch them off guard, and hold them to account. Hugging this kid, and I imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. But again, careful, it's very slippery right here. Yeah, it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. But that's what really careful, please, really slippery. Not kidding. That's what protesting is about, and so
that's what the First Amendment is about. Word, right? That's what it is. That's what was going down, huh? Scaring children out of a church, going into the church at all, and interrupting the service. People praising the Lord. That's okay. According to Hasan, that's what's supposed to happen, right? That's what America's supposed to be all about, right? How are you defending Don Lemon like he's some kind of hero? Don Lemon ain't no damn hero. This dude's a loser. He's a cornball. In fact, there's a lot that you might have in common with him. It makes a lot of sense that you're defending him now that I think about it. It's still garbage.
Because Don Lemon is a household name that a lot of boomers, especially on the Republican side, hate. They use this as an opportunity to make a big controversy out of the situation. First, they arrest and apprehend the leaders of this movement that protested at this church. Then they turn around and try to get Don Lemon to be prosecuted as well. Harmeet Dillon, who is the Assistant Attorney General in the Civil Rights Division in the Department of Justice, says on Benny Johnson's show that she is going to prosecute Don Lemon with everything that they got. This is a person who is tasked with dealing with civil rights in the Department of Justice. Think about that. How crazy. And what, to make matters worse, she talks about it on MLK Day. She talks about using the Klan Act on MLK Day on a black man for going to a church, and filming a protest at a church. Insanity. It's upside down world, man. Everything is completely upside down. That's the world we live in. That is the Trump administration. That is how they operate. Now, they first prosecute him or try to prosecute him, and the judge goes, no, I'm not doing that. You're out of your freaking mind. But that does not deter the administration. They go judge shopping, they find it, they get him indicted, and then they arrested him last night.
Hasan got some nerve, bro. The gall. On MLK Day, a black man. Fam, Hasan don't care about black people. He just want to use it as some form of metaphorical weapon within his nasty grift. He don't care about no damn black people. Like, what? Also, in case you didn't know or watch my videos, I'm black, right? So I've seen a plethora of times of Hasan actually indicate this. But now when it's convenient to use a black man as some type of gotcha moment, it was on MLK Day. You know, MLK was also like a reverend, right? You think he would have been okay with what was done? Like, Hasan, think about what you even saying. Do you think Martin Luther King would be perfectly fine with people running into a church and interrupting someone's right to praise the Lord, bro? Like, how can you sit here and defend this and act like Don Lemon is a hero? He ain't no hero.
Wait, chat, I think I might have been able to enable super chat, super stickers, and super thanks. Look, W. Oh, we got super chats. All right. Let's continue with Don Lemon.
And Jamal Lydell Lundy in connection with what she's calling a coordinated attack on City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota, the words of the Attorney General Pam Bondi.
Bro, I will say this. I never knew it was going to be like this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't know it was going to be like this. I want to give a huge shout out to Ethan Klein, Dan Stalkman, all my haters. I want to give a huge shout out to the Apartheid Defense League and a big shout out to Twitch as well, because I had no idea how to do the YouTube live streaming thing at all. I did not know how to do it at all. I wasn't, prepared for it. I didn't even monetize this. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for you guys, if it wasn't for my haters, I probably would not have brought the Piker Broadcasting Service to YouTube as well. I probably would not have realized that there is a massive outlet here of Hasanabi heads, unks in general, that very clearly want me to live stream on here as well. So this is making me reconsider if I can build a membership structure, a revenue structure here on YouTube. Who knows?
There it is. It's all about the grift, about that money. How much can he make? Huh? The viewership, all of that. He is a grifter. This dude talking about it's okay to scare children in a church and run up in there and disrupt people praising the Lord. Thank you for the money. Shout outs to all my people. What? And then Ethan Klein, you just gonna go after him? Like, what? For real? Shout outs to Ethan Klein? Like, damn, let it go, dude. Let it go. He disagrees with you. Move on. Haven't you and your audience done enough? Y'all don't think y'all gone too far? You and your orbiters? See, like, y'all realize the connection, right? The same type of person who thinks it's okay for Don Lemon to run up in a church is the same type of person who thinks it's okay to mail skulls to people's houses and whatnot. This nigga is nasty. Hasan is one of the worst, bro. Like, he is truly foul, in my personal opinion, bro. Same with Don Lemon. So the fact that you're sitting here defending Don Lemon like he did nothing wrong is insane. Straight crazy. But maybe it's just me. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. And check out my previous video. Hit that hype button too. Bang, gang.